So this is my final slide, and that's what I also teach my students. You have to learn the rules like a pro, so you can break them like an artist, because it's important, of course, that the technologies should not stand in your way of your creativity, because that's the most important thing that you have, is being creative, and in the end, it's about the building that you're going to put down, and that's going to be there for 50 years or so. So in the end, it's just about that, and that is something you have to remember. And also that just, even though Lumion is a very easy to use with, just to create a render, you have to know also about composition, about light, about all these kind of details. And that's, I think, very important also. Okay, this is the last slideshow. Now I'm going to show some live part of Lumion. So actually this is, when I start Lumion, it's just an empty scene with some clouds and grass. And I'm going to import a building and an environment. So here you see these tabs, a lot of tabs. For now it's not interesting. And there's two files that I'm going to import. This is one. This is the other one. This is the terrain. Okay, now I have to do one thing, and I have to just select them and put them at the same position. And I have to make it a little higher to rise it above the level, and I have to select this one. Okay, so here it is. So that's that simple. You just import your model inside Lumion. I'm going to show you some things that you would interesting to learn. So okay, so what you can choose here, mostly I start with creating some sunshine on the model. So okay, here it is. So what I'm start doing now, I have this model inside my Lumion, and now I can just put in some properties like objects, like trees or cars or whatever. So this is how it works. I click in the nature button, and then I click in the place button, and then I get a lot of options. There's an extensive library of trees or whatever, bushes. So I select, for instance, this one, and I just click in here and here and here. So this is how we really create a scene. I put in some cars, select the cars. So there you go. And now we can see here, you can change materials. So you can just put all the objects, street furniture, street lightnings, or whatever you like. You can put it in there, and if you need something else, you can just import it maybe from other sources. This is the brick, and it's very easy just to change some bricks. So you can just check out which color you like, which kind of brick you like, and it's just click on the button, and you can just here see what's the difference, what's the effect on your building when you create different kinds of color inside your scene. So you can imagine that it's very useful, because I always use this to check out all these options, check out all these brick materials, and to check which one I like best. And you can do this for every material in the scene. I'm going to show you just now another material, which is the water material. I'm just going to show, just give a little glimpse of that, because water also is very important for sometimes for your scene. And I just now use the road, and I change that inside of a water plane. Just pick out, and there you have your water exactly there. Another thing which is very nice is the grass, because that's always very difficult in a lot of software. And here you can see I can choose a lot of different kinds of grass. And here I choose this wild grass, and you have this very nice grass. So now we have this scene ready. And how then we're going to make a render? Well, I'm going to show you just a little bit before I step to another software. I can just easily put some presets. Here are some effects that I can use, but I can also use a custom style, which is much more easy because I can just choose here a overcast scene, or I can choose a realistic scene, interior scene. So you have all these settings for you already there at your fingertip. And this is, here we are, and then only thing we need now is just to click on a render button, and then we can just make the render. So now I'm going to start a program, a scene which is already finished, more or less. So after maybe a few hours, this is what you'll get. This is the result that you get. You can add also these kind of effects like falling leaves or whatever. Put people in it, make animations, put in some cars and trees. So this is how you make a render. And there are some options here. And I can show you how quick it is to make a render. So this is these preset renders. You can make a lot of different renders, and you can, for each render, you create all these effect stacks that you have there. You can easily change it. So here you have these real skies, so you can check out different skies if you like. An evening scene, morning scene, or sunset, whatever. And so there are a lot of options there. And I'm going to show you the time it takes, because that's very important. Because normally to render such a scene like this would maybe take an hour or half an hour or whatever. So that's, I think, also the power of Lumion, that I can show you the time it'll take to make a render like this. Okay, so that's it. So there you have this render. You can see it's all a lot of details inside. And this is one good for presentation purposes already. Even so, you can make movies. I could show you just a quick hint of making a movie. It just works like this. I could record. What you do is you just make a first shot, and then you move your camera a bit, take a second shot, just go around the scene, take a shot, and it just automatically stitches all these parts together so that you get one smooth. And maybe just the render time, maybe from a scene like this, maybe takes a few minutes, maybe an hour, but I think it's very easy. Another thing you would like me to show? 360 image, also very easy. It's under this panorama. So what you do, you create, you're just going to stand here at a interesting point. Normally it's best for interiors, but also it works for also exterior views. You store your panorama. You can also add some styles here, some effects if you like, but I'm not going to do it right now. And then you create a render, medium size, and maybe it takes, I don't know exactly how long it takes, but it's also pretty fast, as you can see. So you have just this panorama at your fingertips. It takes maybe, well, I can see it's just 15 seconds. And it's not, maybe this is a perfect one, but if you can just is the way that you can look at your design from this perspective. It gives you a pretty good idea of what their space looks like, and it gives you a lot of information, and you can make your design decisions based on this really actual 3D information that you have. It's another interesting thing. Okay, so this is about it for now. I think students were interested in the program. I think they liked the renders a lot and what I did with it. And so I hope that maybe in the near future that students will start working with Lumion. And I'm sure that they are interested because of what they saw today. And hopefully they will use it later.